Hey, everybody, welcome back to Brothers in Arsenal. Just a quick recap of our game versus Leeds United at the Emirates today. Unfortunately, Daniel could not join me. As of right now, I'm sure he'll be working on his own reaction video, give us his thoughts and comments on the game. But just to run back on the performance really fast, Jurrien Timber, man of the match performance, 2 goals and an assist. Let's see. First goal, fantastic header, whipped in by Declan Rice. That was a wicked header to I think he had to reach back for a little bit, get a flick on it, just put it to the corner. Amazing. Second goal he had a little just chaos in the box, whatever. But hey, that happens on set pieces, and that's why we find them so important for Arsenal, right? Chaos can happen in the box, and that's where we take advantage of that. Just a nice little poke at the back of the net. And then his assist for Bukayo Saka, which was a fantastic finish by Saka. Great run, great little slip pass by Timber. Saka looked across, didn't quite see a ball in the play there in the feet for somebody, just roofed it into that past Leeds keeper. Blanking on his name. But anyways, fantastic finish. He just rifled that on his weak foot. Bukayo Saka, he looked good today. He looked very good, way better than his performance against Manchester United. Viktor Gyökeres, starting out the game, got himself about, put some, challenges in, trying to be busy, right? He's trying to put a performance in. He's trying to, put a body on people, that sort of thing. But one thing I loved about him, which will kind of help, with our new signing, Eze coming in, because everyone goes, oh, he's not a left winger, he's a central player, blah, blah, blah. He can play on left wing. He'll do a fine job. And why I say that is because Gyökeres loves to make those diagonal runs into those channels. He makes those runs to the corner, right? And we saw it on his goal. He made that run, okay? And, if Eze wants to drift in more central there, he can, right? Because that space is created in that void in the middle because Gyökeres took outside. Anyways, that could be a whole nother video on tactics, whatever. But Gyökeres, what a goal. What a first Premier League goal. He just shuts everyone up with that goal. The pace to getting behind, right? The first touch he had on the ball might not have been the greatest, but he got to it, second touch there, and then he cuts in, right? Little shimmy past the fullback, the right back there, and then just near post finish, beautiful finish, right? Beats the keeper at his near post. Fantastic goal, fantastic finish, amazing run, right? He looks ready to go. He looks ready to go, everybody. Not pumped. And then obviously Viktor Gyökeres followed it up with a fantastic penalty, rifling it into the back of the net. I'm surprised it didn't go through the net. He hit that with so much power. Assisted, you could say, assisted by Max Dowman, who came on. We were having a great game, 4-0 up, brought Max Dowman on. He got about 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 years old, Premier League football, 30 minutes, insane. And he, dazzling Dowman. That's my nickname for him. Came on, he dazzled us again, just like he did in preseason. And again, third penalty he's won for us. Those 2 in preseason. And now with his quick little feet, quick shiftiness in the box, I will say, bit of a soft penalty. You can tell he kind of leaves his leg dangling there just a smidge, but he does so well to make the defender make that move, right? And then the defender is obviously not in the right position, and Dowman takes advantage of him there with that contact. But dazzling Dowman. I'm excited to see more of him off the bench. People aren't going to know how to handle him. He can handle himself out there, right? He doesn't look like he's 15 years old. Maybe his body. He might not be the biggest guy out there, but he goes out there. He's fearless. He's fearless. He goes on. He had 2-3 defenders around him. He's still trying to take him on. Dowman, amazing. Overall, great performance. Declan Rice played well. Zubimendi played pretty well. Obviously, clean sheet. Shout out the defense. Clean sheet. Well done. Raya, clean sheet. FPL, 6 points for FPL team there. Also captained. I know we don't want to cheer on other teams. Captain Pedro yesterday. Smart move. Vice captain, Gyökeres, okay, for today. That was a good move. So I'm looking good for my FPL team as well. But overall, great game. I feel a little bit bad for Ben White. As you guys might know or may not know, he's one of my favorite players ever since he joined Arsenal a few years back. So it's gonna be tough for him to get in the team. Timber's just been playing phenomenal out of socks, and it's still incredible to think that he came back last season, played a whole season off an ACL injury, and look what he's doing again this year. Like, it's gonna be tough for Ben White. But as we've seen, though, squad depth will be important this year. So Ben White will get his chance, but squad depth is going to be important. Martin Ødegaard off injured is another key moment. went down with a nasty shoulder injury, played on a little bit, then got subbed off. It did look quite tough. He landed right on his shoulder, pretty good amount of force right to it. Hopefully he'll be fine. Hopefully it won't be a dislocation or anything too serious. Hopefully it's just a niggle. And then Saka, obviously the key man, unfortunately went out injured with looks like a hamstring injury. Hopefully it's not the same hamstring, because that would not be fun. Hopefully it's not bad. If it is his other hamstring, hopefully it's just not bad overall. I'm hoping Arteta just said to the team, hey, if you feel anything, like, come off, right? If you feel like you can't push on, because Ødegaard played for a little bit more and then he got subbed off. So hopefully that was just the news to Arteta, like, hey, we finally have depth in your positions, right? Nwaneri came on, did fine for Ødegaard, okay? Madueke got shifted over to the right. Trossard got brought onto the left. Like, I'm loving the variation we have and the depth we have right now. But unfortunately, we don't want injuries, of course. So hopefully we'll get some good news coming back on both of those players. Obviously, very key players for us. If Ødegaard is out, I am confident Nwaneri can come in and do a job. He did last season. He came in here and there off the bench. He came in there, started a few performances, looked good. He looked good preseason as well. So if Ødegaard's out, Nwaneri can fill that role as they can fill that role, right? One other thing to touch base on, that was awesome to see the ovation that as they got. Obviously, the Arsenal announced him at the game. He walked down to the pitch. He looked good in that kit, did he not? Number 10. So excited to see him play. Get him ready for next week against Liverpool. We are going to need him, especially if Saka and Ødegaard are out or one or the other. But anyways, final thoughts on the game. That we needed that. We did. And Daniel and I were talking in the middle of the week and talking to some other friends, like, what do you think about the game this weekend? Like, we needed that performance, especially after last week. Okay. Yes, we got the job done, got the points, but we needed to see a good opening game at the Emirates. And we did. Nearly perfect, right? Nearly perfect. The only reason I say nearly is because those slight injury concerns. But anyways, as always, like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are about the game. Daniel's going to make a video soon too. But this is Brothers at Arsenal, and I'll catch you guys next time.